They always turn around right at the door. Ew, that's a dead mouse. Ew. All I saw at lunch was him laying on the kitchen floor.
When I do that, it won't go back.
Oh my god.
Middle finger.
I knew you were gonna do that. Watching all your crops dying, it's awful. You're hired. Teamwork makes dream work.
Poor dog. Dog days in summer.
Oh, that's a terrible view, but whoa! Okay, enough. Morning, guys. We are gonna head down the road here and pick up these bales. Mark went out late last night because there was a tiny itty bitty chance of rain, so he's like, I'm gonna stack them, and then at least if it gets rain on them, I think he stacked them 4 high and 13 across, so there'd be only 13 bales that would get any rain. Even that didn't tempt the rain to come and drop on us. This is it. We have 1 chance tonight for rain, and we haven't had, I think we've had 6/10 of rain since June 9th, and we're sitting at July 11th today. So if we don't get this rain today, it's not good. This field is complete. I believe the final tally was 52 bales off of 10 acres. So I think that's really quite good. I think on our iPad, on our scale, it said that we averaged 125 bushels per acre. If that was wheat, that would be phenomenal. So I'm not really sure what winter barley yields like. Mark said that sounds pretty typical. But so we're really happy. It's looking like it's gonna be a nice fit for our rotation, another new crop to try out. Worst case scenario, I think he was saying we could always use it for sheep feed instead of the dry corn that we've been using. So it's definitely not gonna go to waste. He's gonna send I think he said he was gonna send a sample of the barley to Manitoba. I think there's a malting facility there that tests your barley to see if it's conducive for malting. So I think that's our first step. This is all brand new to us, so we will keep you updated on that. It is darn near lunchtime. I don't know why this took so long. There was like not very many bales, but I think it takes me a bit to get the hang of doing this again, and it's the first year I've used the Fent on this job. I love her, by the way, but there's a few things missing. I don't have my little easy hitch that I always use with this job, and I'm really missing it. And then what's the other thing? Oh, I never remember which way I should put my wagon when I'm doing this job when I'm picking up bales. So I think I figured it out like on the very last load. Well, I'm having a bit of an ego boost right now. I successfully stacked all these bales, and this is the hard side. This is the side that we do 6 high. So I tend to have little accidents when they're this high. Oh, that's a bit of space, but I was able to finally, I can never see that the top too, and I always push it too far. So now I've strategically straddled these two. Now I wish this was a bit tighter. That keeps me humble. But yeah, 6 high and no collapsing. which is pretty amazing. And I'm very, very excited about how beautiful this straw is. It is just, I wish you guys could, well, I think you can tell. It is like white golden. Hello. I have been sitting in the hospital parking lot for the last 2 hours now. It's 3 o'clock. We've been here since 1. Marcus hurt himself. He was not going to go to the hospital. I forced him to go to get x-rayed. Hopefully it's not a big deal, but he was trying to clean out the grain elevator pit because we're going to try to start wheat this week. And there's a really heavy grate and he got his fingers jammed under this really heavy grate. So if you can imagine, so all I saw at lunch was him laying on the kitchen floor. Jess was there with him for lunch. He had an ice pack on his hand. I'm like, what is going on? And then he gave me the finger, but except for his finger was like, I can't even do it. But it's basically, at that knuckle, it went like that. It went like that with his middle. So it's his right hand, he's right-handed, so it's his middle finger and his ring finger. I get a lot of comments around my house that I am legit the most accident-prone person, and I think I'm rubbing off on him in not a good way. He has had an x-ray, he's just waiting for a doctor. And we have a sweet little tiny hospital here in town. Jess and I spent some time here this winter. Yeah, it's a little triggering, so I decided to just hang out in the parking lot until he texts me to go get him, or he'll just come out, I'm sure. That is the update. Not exactly how I thought this day was gonna go.
Middle finger.
I knew you were gonna do that. So tell the vlog what the prognosis is.
I crushed a tendon, I think.
So the bone is okay?
Nothing's broken, but I crushed a tendon and my finger just wants to droop.
It just, yes.
So they're like, nee, that's not supposed to do that. So they might have to do surgery to give me a tendon back again.
So do you have to go back there?
Nope, they referred me to a specialist in
Stratford?
No, London.
Really?
Yep.
We're going back to Vic?
I don't know. No, it's just an office building.
Like a clinic?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Now I get to wheel you into surgery.
No, it's like just like they freeze your arm. I'll be
awake. You'll be awake.
Yeah, it's just
a tendon,
they do
I
in
guess.
The office. Well, I'm waiting. They got specialists gonna call me.
Side profile, not bad. See the fingernail. Yikes.
Finger's pretty swollen, actually.
Okay, lift it. Oh, there it is.
It actually wants to pull down. Like, I can feel, it almost feels like a Charlie horse
Oh.
in there. Then it goes away. So, whatever.
Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. Mark is doing good considering our little accident yesterday. The only thing kind of keeping our head above water last night was the fact that there was a 90% chance of rain, and I woke up at 5 this morning and ran to the window and we got nothing. So I'm trying really hard to just like stay upbeat, but we really needed that rain last night, and our crops looked decent, and now they're starting to not look as decent. Unless there's a freak rain shower that we get, the 2-week forecast is not good. We're getting into some pretty critical staging now for crops, so he's been really good, but watching all your crops dying, it's awful. And it's slow. On a good note, the wheat is probably gonna soon be ready to go, so we can get at that, and we didn't have a storm that flattened it, so that's always a good thing. Chris and I are just gonna get ready here and vaccinate those bottle babies. They should have been done 2 days ago when I weaned them, but I wanna get that vaccine into them because it's been at least 3 weeks, and we only have 3 weeks of protection with that stuff. Every time there's a big change in their diet, I like to just protect them with this vaccination. Oh, just chilling. Went to the grocery store parking lot, and there was like puddles, and I was like, almost started crying. I'm like, it's not fair. Like, we grow the food and we don't get rain. They sell the food and they get rain. It's funky. Blah 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 blah. Oh, did her. Oh, it's end. Both of them. Oh, so Mark's finger.
Oh yeah.
Crushed his tendon. Yeah. It goes like.
Oh God.
You do this. You go. No. I think my battery died across the road. We are now in the lamb barn and we're just about to weigh our lambs, our market lambs for this week. We did it 2 weeks ago. We had 26 ready and they weighed up really well, and we had a little chunk sitting at that high 90 pounds, low 100 pounds. So we should have another load this week, and then we should be on an every 2 week shipping routine after today. So we'll see how many we got here. I'll turn around. They always turn around right at the door. 100 pounds. Thought he would have been bigger. There we go. Oh, just that way. Another one. Going on a lot better this week. Oh yeah. Oh, so close. While Krista cleans up yet again, I'll go over these stats. We had 35 lambs ready. So 35 this week and 26 2 weeks ago. Chris and I were just talking, it's like we forget when we have the really big groups of ewes that are lambing, this is what happens. We actually get a trailer load every time we weigh, usually at the beginning. And then they tail off a little bit at the end. But I'll go over these stats with you. So out of 35 lambs, minimum was 105 pounds, max was 118 pounds with an average of 110 pounds. Pretty consistent weights. 40% of them were Rideau, 26% were Dorset, 11 Tunis, 11 Steel, and 11 Suffolk. 11% of these Suffolks, we only have Lucky. So that's pretty good. Good old Lucky. We're at the top of the dryer and we are prepping for wheat, which means we're cleaning out all the old corn grime from the fall. Nasty?
No, it's just
Awkward. Oh my God, the bin. Bigger. Oh, there's enough in here too.
yeah.
See your fingy. Lift it up a little bit so we can see the angle.
It's a little better. If I leave it off for a while, if I go like this,
the nail.
like I can barely bend that knuckle.
You're probably
I can do it
overdoing it.
now,
Can I see the fingernail?
and then when I do that, it won't go back.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's a... See your nail? That's after 24 hours, eh?
Yeah.
Oh. Was this all from inside the pit?
Is that on?
Was this all inside the pit? Or was that in the elevator?
Dude, inside the pit.
Everywhere.
All the sort.
Love the shovel. Sometimes I realize that I literally just run the camera and don't talk to you guys. And when I go to edit, I'm like, Sandy, you didn't talk to your people. So yeah, that was like the equivalent of like weaning day for Carissa and I. It's not the most exciting job in the world, and we got covered in dust, and we had to just basically, we had to change our clothes, had 2 cold drinks. Mark cleaned out the pit yesterday. That's where he hurt his finger. And then he cleaned out the elevator leg, just anything that kind of gathered up over the winter or the fall. If we didn't get it, we don't really get it cleaned out in the fall because we get chased out with snow quite often. So this is a job, it's nice to do in the summer because everything's dry and flaky, it flakes right off. So we get everything really top-notch cleaned out before wheat harvest every year, and then that will keep us going right into corn harvest. And then we'll be doing this again next year at the same time. This is the first year I've actually done it really that hardcore in this new setup. But I have taken over for Jess this year, so that is now just one of my jobs. I just want to come in here and show you guys the difference between the wheat straw in this barn and the barley straw. I'm not sure where the best place, I might go up, I'm gonna go up on the grain bin and show you, because this straw is gorgeous. I'm not sure if you can see it really well, but barley, 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 wheat. It's a big difference, eh? And she bedded these, I don't know, 8 hours ago. So it's looking like the barley is also very absorbent, which makes me very happy. So far so good. Good morning. It's me and my hose. We are going to clean out the big buggy. I'm really missing Jess, actually. She is really good at all these little odd jobs. She just knows kind of what to do, whereas I always need instructions because it's been a couple years since I've had to do them. So yeah, we're going to use the air compressor. We just transferred some old soybeans. We had some in the one bin. So we emptied that out this morning, and to make unloading a little faster, we just used the buggy to fill the truck, and so now I got to clean out the buggy again to get ready for wheat. And it had barley in it anyway, a little bit of barley, so we like to keep everything really, really cleaned out when we switch from one crop to the next. So last night, I went for a little walk, and I got rained out. We got like 1/10. But I'm like, without that 1/10, we might not get any more. And today, out of the blue, there's like another chance of rain. So I was told when I was young that rain draws rain, and I truly believe that. So fingers crossed. All right, I better get at this. Ew, that's a dead mouse. Ew. We have a little bit of a leaky door, especially right here. So Gorilla Tape is the answer to all our prayers. And I can't find my knife. I'm not wearing my coveralls. Do you have a knife on you? Oh, this tape must be almost at the end.
You get it?
Yeah. How many pieces do you usually put on? I guess I usually do this. I'll do one more. I want every last strap of wheat, you know. There. This grain farming thing's hard.
What do you mean? I thought cash croppers have her easy. No. We don't work hard at all.
No, you do. I now know what I look like with gray hair, and I'm not really a fan. No offense to everyone with gray hair, because there's a lot of beautiful people with gray hair. I just happen to be not one of them. I think I'm going to cash in on all the help that I've been giving Mark, and he's going to come over and help me load those 35 lambs. 35 is a lot to load myself. I find if I can't be at both ends when there's that big of a number, then they want to turn around and go the wrong way. And you guys get to see why Mark doesn't sheep farm with me. You're hired.
Teamwork makes dream work.
I gotta take it all apart.
What has she got up? Straight up again?
Oh yeah, she's posing.
4 in the air. Poor dog.
Dog days in summer.
30 seconds still.
She's still in her back.
Yep. Flies are making her mad though.
Yeah.
Oh, conk.